Hey guys, this is Nikki Gangemi and welcome to Monday's Mindset and Manifestation. Hi, and if you're on the live, say hello to me. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. So today we're talking about looking at money in a new way. Who would love to see money in a new way? Who would love to feel differently around money? I have a little reframe for you that I think you're gonna like. It feels really good when I do it, and I think you're gonna like it too. So I'm excited to share that with you. Hi, Linda, walking your doggy. Oh, how cute. I see your dog. Very cute. Good timing. Yes, I agree. I mean, it's that time of year, right? With the holidays coming, so I know money is on everybody's mind. And I also know it's not the money that we want, right? Like I've got $40 here, and if I hold on to this money, I can't say that it excites me or makes me happy. You know, if I was told you could have all the money in your, I'm gonna give you like 5,000 $20 bills, but you've got to just sit in your office and look at it. And that's all you could do. I mean, that's not what's going to make me happy, right? So it's not the money itself that we want. It's what we think the money is going to give us or bring us. It's like, what is it that we want? So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Nikki Gangemi, and I help online coaches shift their identity to thriving entrepreneurs so they can make more money and impact doing what they love. Now, here's the thing. Now, why do we want to look at money in a new way? The reason is because many of us, I think all of us, we have some negative feelings, some fear, some scarcity around money. Do you agree? I mean, give me a thumbs up, give me something if there is even, 20, 30% of you, part of you that sees money in a negative way. I mean, I know we have the, old money beliefs that money doesn't grow on trees, it comes and goes, it's in one hand and out the other. It's like, oh, I have this money here, but I could easily just, spend it in a hot second, right? So it's like that feeling behind it that we can't hold on to it, right? That it comes and it goes so easily, and that's not a good feeling. And when we don't feel good around money, that's where we find that it's just hard to make. So I hear and I see people that are so focused on money, like my goal is to make an extra $500 a month, or I just want to bring in another $1,000 a month, or I want to be able to replace my 9-to-5 income so that I can fully step into my business. And if we really sit with that, and ask ourselves, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being 100%, how much do we really believe that we can do that? And if we're not at a 90% or 100% belief, then we're going to feel the absence of it. We're going to feel like we can't make that money or generate that money. And then our focus goes to the other end of the stick, right? It goes to the lack, where we're coming up short, how we can't make that money, and then that it just makes us feel bad, right? So it's like this vicious cycle where we want something that we feel that we might not be able to have, and then we end up feeling the absence of it. So it keeps perpetuating the same cycle over and over again, where we're coming up short, or we're not making the amount of sales that we want to make, or getting the number of clients or customers that we want. So instead, we've got to find a way to see money in a way that feels good, in a way that feels exciting, in a way that feels like, it's a done deal. We could have it just as sure as that sun is going to be out tomorrow. I mean, right now it's cloudy where I am, but I know the sun is above the clouds. It's there. If I were to take off on a plane, I would rise above the clouds and there would be the blue skies and the sun. It's always there. And so is everything that we want. It's always there. It's just a matter of, can we see it, right? Because we only see what we believe. Our beliefs act as this filter. And we can only see what we believe in. So we want to find a way to start believing that we can have the money. And I have found that the best way to do this is to put money off the table. Like, money off the table, let's not even focus on the money. Instead, let's focus on what we want. So I know for myself, and you can let me know if this resonates with you, but what I want is support. Like, that's to me what money gives you. Money gives you support. I mean, it gives you a roof over your head. You're able to pay your mortgage or your rent and be in your house. You're able to go out and have fun and buy food and fill your stomach. I mean, it is support. So for me, it feels better to focus on support because that's what I want. And when I think about what are all the ways I'm already being supported, I could think of a bunch of ways. I personally don't have a lot of negativity tied to support. And if you don't, if you have more good stories, more successes, more wins around how you are supported, then I invite you to shift your attention onto getting more support. So we're taking our focus and our attention off of the thing that we've got negativity around that we don't fully 100% believe in, and we're putting our focus on where we already have good feelings, because it's all about just feeling good, right? And how can we feel a little bit better? And the more time that we spend looking for evidence of what we want and how it's already showing up in our life, the more that it happens. I'm going to just share a little example. One of my students in my money program, we're learning to look at money in different ways, not in ways that feel heavy, not in ways that cause us to feel like we're coming up short or, we're just not quite there. And when this person started looking at money as just support, that I'm being supported, I'm being taken care of, the support showed up. Just out of nowhere, she had 12 orders for her online business just come in, just in a matter of a day, just like that. And then somebody reached out to her and asked her to speak, to do some kind of a speaking training, and they were going to pay her. Oh, look at that, more support just came in, just like that. And then somebody else, and this is within the same week or two, reached out and said, my husband passed away and I've got to go through, he was a professor or something, and he has tons of textbooks and I don't want to deal with it. Can I just pay you to go through all of his books and just sort them for me as to what we're keeping, what we're donating, what we're chucking? And it's like, oh my gosh, look at that. More support is coming in. But here's the thing. It's when she took her focus off of making money, off of generating money, and she put it onto support and all the ways that she's being supported, that felt a lot lighter for her. There was so much more ease around that all of a sudden, all of these opportunities came in and she was supported financially, and she did make money, but it was just that little shift in looking at money through a new lens. So does this make sense, you guys? I want to invite all of you to try that on for size and see how it feels. And maybe support, maybe that word doesn't sit well with you. And that's okay. Your only job is to pay attention to how it feels when you say it. I like the way it feels. For me, I have tons of support. I'm always supported, and the more I focus on that, the more I'm forming relationships with people and collaborating with them. And I just also got offered to do a speaking training, and I'm getting paid for it. So it's like, this is what happens when we start to feel good around the topic of money. And sometimes that means not focusing on money. So only you know, right? Only you know how you feel. And I like to play with words. I like to just play with them. I like to put it out there and say something, and then just like sit back and get quiet and think, how does that feel? You know, how does that feel? Let me try that on for size. And that's the thing with our mind. Like, our subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and imagined. I could turn on a scary movie right now and my heart will start beating faster, and I'll get, you know, like shaky, right? A little scared. I mean, consciously, I know that the movie is just a movie, that it's not real, but my subconscious doesn't know the difference. So we can play with our words. You know, I can say to myself, I'm going to see money as support. And as long as it feels good, that's all that matters. So play around with that. Let me know what you come up with. One more thing I want to share is Iyanla Vanzant. She says that money is simply a medium of exchange. And that might feel good for you too. If you see money as just an exchange, you know, it's just energy, right? Like everything else is energy. That's all it is. And seeing it as an exchange, you know, I see like the image of an ocean, like the wave, where it's just like the tide comes in and it goes out. There's the whole ebb and the flow. And even thinking of money in that way feels a lot lighter, a lot easier. And if I can put my focus on, I want some more ease, I want some more flow, then all of a sudden, it's like I said, this like divine timing of things just happening, of people contacting you, of, you know, like opportunities coming your way, like these 12 orders that this woman received online, just like that. It just comes out of nowhere because we don't have to know how we're going to be supported. We just need to keep our focus on what we want, and we've got to be specific about it. And interestingly, speaking about specific, I want to share this too about the same woman. She's selling her car and she wanted $12,000 for it, but she wasn't specific with what she wanted, and she ended up getting an offer for less, but she got the 12 orders for her online product. So, you know, just be super specific with what you're asking for. Keep your focus on the big picture, on what you want, and start to feel like you already have it. Start to look for where you already have it. Because guess what? If you're watching this live right now, you do have access to money. You're probably watching on your phone, which costs money, or on a computer or a laptop or something which costs money. You likely have a roof over your head, or you're driving in the car. I mean, so we are always being supported. The thing is, we tend to look at what's missing and what's lacking. So instead, we want to just start kind of shifting to where am I already being supported? And then the more we do that, the more our mind opens up and finds other ways that we can be supported. So it's a little shift, and we could easily overlook this and say, oh, this is just too easy, this is just too simple, but it does work. So I want to invite you to try it. Let me know your experience. Let me know, you probably have already tried this, you know, and I would love for you to share, you know, what has opened up for you, what has happened for you as a result. Hey, Lawrence, thanks for being on. We're talking about looking at money in a new way, and I was offering that people start to see money as support, because money supports us in what we want to do. It supports us in having our business, or in just doing what we want to do for fun, going on vacations. I like it. Thanks. You're welcome, Linda. Yeah, I love to keep things simple, and I feel like when we can keep things simple and easy, we're more apt to do them and incorporate them into our life, and then we start to see these changes. Lawrence is saying, oh, so much has opened up for me since starting working with you. Awesome. I know you have some stories too, and I was just sharing another story with, yes, support. I love it. So, you know, and again, we're all different, right? The only thing you have to do is try something on for size, see how it feels, and bounce ideas around. You know, play around. Maybe you don't like the support thing. Maybe the ebb and the flow, like the tide of the ocean, maybe that feels better for you. You know, maybe it's freedom. Maybe you want to focus on freedom. But here's another little thing. Yes, money can bring us freedom because we can do more of what we want, but we also are free right now in this moment. And all you've got to do is close your eyes and you can just take yourself there in your mind and just play around with this. Do a little bit of visualizing each day, just a few minutes. And it's nothing extra that you're doing in your day. You just add it. You just incorporate it. If you're standing at the counter in your kitchen making dinner, you could just visualize, how am I already free? You know, and feeling it right now. I've got the freedom to make whatever I want for dinner, you know, to provide a delicious meal for my family. You know, there's just so many ways where we already have what we want. And we just need to spend a little bit more time focusing on it and appreciating it. And I love it because life opens up. It really does, really does. So thanks for playing along with me, for interacting. I love to feel like I'm talking with people and not to the camera hole on my phone. So thank you all so much. And let me know your biggest takeaway and what comes up for you. The inside out work is amazing. For me, it's flow. The more I allow, the more I receive. The freedom, visualization definitely elevated my energy and it brings me closer to gratitude. Yeah, gratitude is really such a powerful practice. I love that. And it's that time of year that we tend to focus on it more with Thanksgiving coming up next week, I think it is. So I'll be talking about gratitude more too. So have fun with this, you guys. Start to put on a new lens, a new way of seeing money, a way that feels abundant, a way that feels there's ease around it and it just feels good, and just be open to receiving it in any way, because who knows how it's going to come your way, and it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you just want to be supported. That's what we all want, and that's what we get. So thanks so much. You're welcome. You're welcome, Lawrence. Anytime. I love reframing. Let's continue to reframe and feel good. So have a fabulous day, and I will see you all on Thursday. Bye for now.